Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
It's me running to the set. Made it.
Good morning, everybody. Aaron would would like our producer today, other Aaron,
E2,
to know that he was running to the set and just made it.
That was my recreation of the run.
Thanks for your effort. Thanks for your hustle.
Jump in the seat.
Good morning, everybody. How you waking up this morning? Happy after that Bills win?
Oh, so happy.
A little tired after the time change. Does that mess with you?
Totally. So happy and tired. Isn't that kind of like the story of every day for us?
Every day, yeah.
Yes.
Especially every Monday. I went to bed really early last night. I was tired. Oh, God.
You okay?
You? Yeah.
I tried to go to bed early, and then you ever play Racco? You know that game?
No.
Oh, it's kind of an older game.
I love games. Why have I never played this one?
Really? I'm surprised because it's a game you have to use some skill, and I know you like that because you like trying to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, because I love Rummy Cube, yeah.
We didn't play Rummy Cube because I was like, I am too tired. My brain's not working that well.
So it's a step down from Rummy Cube?
No.
That's a game where you really got to pay attention.
Yeah, you got to pay attention. I had football on and so there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing, and then I didn't win. So I'm like, oh, let's play again. So I did, and then I wanted to.
And then you're like,
my title.
Well, I'm out.
No, we kept playing. So then the next thing you know, it was like later. I'm like, you want to go to bed early, but then I just never can.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to know two things from our cuppies today. Thoughts on the Bills game? What was the best play? Was it the field goal? Was it the touchdown?
Yeah. Or was it Taron Johnson punching the ball off and then Elam recovering it? That changed the whole game because they were marching down. You know? Yeah.
So let us know what you thought was the best, and then how'd you sleep? Let's talk about setting the clocks back.
Yeah.
We had a wedding Saturday night, so
you get like an extra hour of partying.
Yeah, right.
I know you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's go party time.
Oh my God, no, I'm so tired all the time. So we get up so early. So we probably stayed at the wedding till it started at 5 or 6. So we stayed till I'm gonna say 9:30, which
that's
is
great for
late
you.
For us.
Yeah.
We usually are in bed by 7:30 or 8.
We had a me raffle on Saturday, and it was an awesome one.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was 15 rounds.
Yeah.
And that's a long me raffle.
Yeah.
And we didn't get home till 10:40.
Yeah.
And my eyes I literally collapse.
Yeah. Well, so I ended up in bed really early last night. But yeah, it was nice to get that extra hour of sleep. But I don't know if you guys are like me. I mean, I woke up at a normal time for me, and then it took me forever to go back to sleep because I'm just so used to getting up. You know? And I'm like, no, sleeping. I've also been getting over that cold, so that just makes you tired. I'm sorry. It's been 2 weeks. I'm like, come on.
You have had that. You've been stuffy for a bit.
Yeah. I think that's just everybody's been telling me that's been the trajectory of this stuff that people are getting these days.
It
just lingers.
But I keep saying it's allergies for me because I'm.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that. Coming in like that, telling me it's allergies. Let's see what everybody's saying here. A lot of people saying Happy Victory Monday. Jason. Connie says, Big Dub Monday. Peter says, good morning. Happy nail biting victory
Seriously, Peter.
Monday.
Wow, what a game.
Let's see. Linda called them the cardiac kids are back. A win is a win. Connie says, Ed must have been overwhelmed at the game. He needed another day. He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming back tomorrow. So I'm just keeping the seat warm for
Crystal
today.
said that TJ punch.
See, me and Crystal are thinking the same thing. You know what else might be the play of the game? Miami not going for 2 when they took the lead. When they got the touchdown.
That would have changed everything.
Because they were moving the ball on us with no problems.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in our group text where we were following the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, please go for 1.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's no way they're going for 2. And they're like, we're marching out I'm like, you're going to give Josh Allen 2 minutes? And I said, it's over.
I know. Connie says after the game, and maybe this is fair. Maybe this is why so many of us felt kind of tired yesterday. That game was a lot.
It was an emotional roller coaster. I find it interesting too on Mondays when after we win and there's it's a very emotional game. I feel like because I have to follow traffic now, and there was not much traffic until now.
People were like,
I think everyone's
God,
oh, yeah.
Jeff says it's so funny watching people say Bass has to go. In your face franchise record.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Bonnie says the Mafia, the crowd, the last field goal. Heck yeah.
What a day in Orchard Park. The weather just about perfect. I mean, you wake up, it's sunny, it's cool, light winds and sunshine.
Perfect game for a Bill or day for a Bills.
Early November, and now the next home game is against Kansas City.
Carol
that place is going to be so electric.
Edge of her seat for sure. Marguerite says she was worried about Keon. Shame on Poyer.
Yeah, I guess he had his wrist wrapped after the game.
So two separate things, because Jordan Poyer hit him
in the head.
In the head.
Yeah.
And then, yes, he did it. So we're waiting to hear about Keon Coleman's wrist, I guess.
Yeah, the wrist. And did he have a concussion? They took him right through the tunnel. He didn't go in the blue tent, but it was toward the end of the game anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Howard also mentioning Tyler Bass and the Cats and how people donate to the 10 Lives Club. So I guess everybody's been donating $61.
That's great.
For the field goal. Yeah, so good for them. Elizabeth says it's more fun to watch other people watch the game. The cheers were great. Yeah, that is fun. And Cindy called it a nail biter.
Oh, it was, Cindy. It was crazy.
Jeff's wondering how far beyond the goalpost that kick went.
I think, Jeff, that would have been good for 70 yards. I mean, that looked like it was halfway up the goalpost.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to go boop straight down.
Right.
And it was going. As soon as if he misses, they get the ball there. Yeah. I mean, there's only 5 seconds left, but they do have 2 timeouts. They could have maybe done a quick pass and gotten a kickoff as well.
Yeah.
It was I was like, this is a gutsy call.
I know.
And he did it. I mean, and their stadium, I know it wasn't windy, but it's still, you get a little bit of a breeze, and that whole stadium is kind of a wind tunnel effect. So just congratulations. What a kick. And just so nice to see the team in the locker room afterward. Everyone's like crying.
They're like emotional.
Yeah.
Joyce says she likes to see some different play calls. Seems ours are all the same. You get my mom going. She talks about cook with the carry.
Well, being a person who has Josh, Dalton Kincaid, and Cook on his fantasy football team, I am all for
Coach Aaron likes those calls.
Oh, when Josh throws the touchdown to either of those two, I am thrilled. Yeah.
Yeah, super exciting. So that was fun. Howard says he found himself watching the game, yelling in the beginning, and was wondering about the beginning of the game with Josh not throwing catchable balls. What did you think?
I think toward the end, I think Josh took a big hit. You saw him kind of like squat down like he was like a catcher.
Yeah.
And then after that, that ball to Coleman was right here. That was perfect. But he was kind of skipping a bunch. And I wonder if he got a little injury there. He was kind of doing this with his left hand, and then he was squatting down. Yeah, that left. There's something wrong with it. We don't know. We'll never know. Maybe until after they hold the Super Bowl trophy. And he's like, I played all season with a dislocated, broken thumb.
Whatever.
But, I mean, something was off. I mean, he was very accurate in the beginning. And then that last drive, it was 5 for 5. So on the touchdown drive before that.
Howard agrees with you that something's up.
Yeah. Just something happened during the game. I mean, did these guys get it's easy for me on the couch.
They're way tough. I know.
But, oh my gosh, they're getting hit by the strongest humans on the planet.
We see the hits that they take, and I'm like,
How, what, Cook, he gets hit so hard. And so I'm like, and he just bounces back up. I'm like, this guy. And then one injury was like a toe injury.
You know what blows my mind? And a lot of people, like a lot of the players will do this when they will flip into the end zone and like land on their backs.
Yeah, for fun.
I would knock the wind out of myself and be down for 25 minutes. Easy.
Yeah.
They'd be like, can we get her up off the ground? And they do it because they're so athletic. They get it. Every time I see that, I'm like, I would be dead.
Well, they had a Dolphin player. I think it was number 9, Smith. He like tried to jump over and then he got flipped.
Yeah.
And like sometimes there was a couple of guys like they're in the air and like one leg's getting pulled one way, one leg the other.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. At my age, it would take me a year to recover. And people are, they often say,
never recover. Yeah.
Do you think that'll
never be the same?
Yeah. Do you think you could make a pass in a game? I'm like, absolutely not. No way. I would run 100 yards the other way. Don't hurt me. Yeah. Those guys are so incredibly talented and strong. Funny. And then like you'll see like Spencer Brown, he's huge amongst huge men.
Right.
Every time he's on the screen, I'm like, this guy is so big.
Right. I just can't believe how athletic these guys are.
Unbelievable.
It's cool to watch.
And then, I mean, hopefully we've got Josh around for another 10 years or so. He hasn't run as much this year. You probably see more of that when against Kansas City, like when the game's on the line.
Were you thinking about doing the New York Marathon? Yeah, if he ever had to play in a professional football league and they wanted him to throw, he'd be running.
Yeah.
That'd be his marathon.
James, I had thought about it, but my sister does the New York Marathon. My next marathon, I signed up. I'm doing another Ironman next year, so I'll do another marathon then. So my training doesn't really take me past that. Right. But if you did it, congrats. And I know a lot of people in Western New York did go to
this past weekend.
Yeah, and the weather was
nice weather
perfect.
for them too. Yeah,
yeah. So I actually had it on. There was a channel that had the New York City Marathon on, so I was watching that and watching my fantasy football shows and college football. It was a great.
Speaking of the weather, boy, you can't beat it this week. It's unbelievable. I don't know if we do have the forecast in here. Aaron, can we pull up the forecast for air? If you haven't seen what we're looking at this week, look at this.
So tomorrow,
this is November.
Yes, I know, and I love it. 76 degrees tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny. Now, the warmest election day ever was 73 degrees set in 1956. So
is it going to be a record breaker?
It won't be a record breaker for the date, but it will be a record breaker for election day.
For election day, okay.
That makes sense because it doesn't always fall on November 5th. So I believe it was November 6th, 1956, that was 73 degrees. Okay. So tomorrow will be the warmest election day, but the record high tomorrow is 79. That record should be safe, especially because our days are getting so much shorter. Yeah. We don't have a lot of, the sun to really heat us up during the day. So if you like mid-70s, enjoy tomorrow. I don't see a lot more 70s on the horizon, but we do have 60s probably returning next week.
To be fair, it's November 4th.
I know. If we see 70s, now we're talking
then the
records.
60s come back next week. My mom's calling these what they are, bonus days.
Oh, I call them bonus days too.
100%.
Bonus day. Like today, tomorrow, bonus days. Wednesday, mid-60s, bonus day. Especially in November because it can flip on a switch. Lake Erie is 58 degrees, which ties the record for this date. And I am talking about the winter weather outlook. I'm working on it right now. Yeah. It'll be on our website.
I didn't like the preview that you were given already because I am not a big snow fan. Like the winter, it is what it is. It's cold. I'm not a fan of the cold, whatever. But we live here. What I don't love is the snow.
I know, but can we totally switch topics? And I want to tell your mom that stuffed banana pepper that you had for breakfast this morning looked great.
It was just a stuffed bell pepper.
Stuffed bell pepper looked awesome.
He's trying to scam extra food for my mom.
Well, I'm not trying to scam. I was going to ask her if there's another one. Please send it in. Because I'm like, I have to wait because you beat me to the microwave. So I get to the microwave and you just hear me going, and then you came over. It smelled really good.
Tough toddies.
It's my
eat it in the microwave.
It's my stuffed pepper from my mom.
These are the little things at work, Yeah.
And
I said she makes them, she freezes them,
foil,
wraps them up individually, and then gives them to me.
And me.
Spoiled.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so sorry. So back to the winter weather.
Sarah had a question. Are there predictions yet for lake effect snow? I'm guessing the lake is pretty warm.
Thank you, Sarah. This is a great question. So the lake is warm. It's 58 degrees, which ties the record for today. Temperatures expected to stay above normal through the middle of November, which will keep the lake warm. And a warmer lake does produce more lake effect snow. Now, Lake Erie, the most shallow lake, you get a cold snap. It does cool off pretty quickly, but the longer it stays well above normal like it is, the better chance for significant lake effect. And last year, we only had 5 lake effect snow events. Normally, we see 10. So this year, I think we're going to be a little bit closer to normal.
So, this is what he was saying in the morning show this morning, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, so are there any predictions yet? Yes, Sarah, and I'm doing some more. I write stories very slowly, kind of like this. And then I have to ask Katie, can you make sure the grammar's correct?
Can confirm.
Yeah. So it'll be out eventually at some point. I'm on it.
What else? You had 2 other bullet points this morning. That was one of them.
Temperatures.
And there was another.
Temperatures. Yeah. And then last season, I kind of compared last year where we had below normal snow and above normal temperatures. And we didn't have a lot of really activity. Like there weren't a lot of sleet or freezing rain events. It was an El Nino winter and it was kind of quiet. I do expect a little more noise this year, if that makes sense, because you're kind of transitioning back to La Nina. And Decembers are usually active with La Nina. So if you have I took our generator to get fixed, which reminds me I got to call, see if it's done. And then, if you're going to you got the snowblower or get a shovel, be ready. You'll need it more this year than last year.
Here's what I'm going to ask for you as the person who obviously decides when it snows. If you could have it snow when Paul's not working, that'd be great. Because what inevitably happens is that Paul is working And now I got to get out that snowplow and figure it out on my own. And I'll tell you what, the first time I did it, boy, was I proud. The next time I did it, I was like, oh, okay. And the third time I'm like, all right.
You're done.
That's enough of this. I remember when we first got it, and it was like wonderful. Paul's parents actually gave it as a gift. What a great gift for people who like, are in Buffalo. And I said to Paul, are you so excited to use this new snowblower? Because I've never used one before. And he was just like, have you ever used a snowblower? He's like, I'm very happy to have the new snowblower. Am I excited to use it and get snow like thrown in my face?
When it's windy, like when you do the turn and then like maybe you got to move the handle and then like the wind pushes the snow in your face. Yeah. I
remember the first time he had me doing it, like, and he was showing me how to do it. And I'm like, and he's like, you gotta like, because there's cars parked on the street. He's like, you can't be hammering these cars with this. Like,
I was driving by.
And he's like, you're hitting the cars that are parked along. They were fine. But yes, I'm like, oh, and I like figured out how to like, maneuver all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a monster. Those things are big.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Amy says she loves snow blowing. Oh, but hates the snow.
I feel like that might be a common theme. Like, the sound of all the neighbors seeing who can get out there first to snow blow. Yeah.
And Sarah says, Katie, I hear you. My husband's a police officer. They always got to work. I remember saying this to my mom a long time ago. Something happened to our house, like when we first got it and Paul was at work and I'm like, ah! And my mom's like, just get ready because it's always going to happen when he's at work. Just so you know.
And there's always something when you own a home. Like there's always some noise that you're like, hopefully that goes away. Yeah.
I'm going to turn the TV up a little louder.
Yeah.
Don wants to know, when do you think about the first major snowstorm?
I don't know, Don. That is a great question. Hopefully not during any of our big travel times around Thanksgiving or Christmas. But you just never know.
It's so hard to believe with the temperatures we have right now that like that is a potential, but it always is.
It really is. So you flip the switch. I mean, it could happen. It's not going to happen this week. And like I said, looking long range through like middle of November still looks above normal. There aren't any major cold snaps heading toward us anytime soon, but be ready. It's going to happen at some point, Don.
Right.
I'm sorry. There's no answer. It's kind of like, you just won't know right now.
Elizabeth is just saying, I just don't want another December blizzard.
Yeah. I mean, that obviously was something we're going to remember forever. But that winter was also a La Nina one, December 2022.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're kind of shaping in the same pattern, but I'm not going to say, oh, we could also have a blizzard of that magnitude. You just don't know.
Howard says, Aaron, just predict an early winter, in early and warm summer and spring, and we'll let you slide on your winter prediction.
Love it, Howard. That's the plan. I mean, it's certainly a warm start to November. Yeah.
Here's a good question. I'm doing a polar bear plunge December 7th.
Well, probably cold. Yeah. Have you ever done one of those?
No.
Yeah, I probably knew the answer before I asked you. I haven't. Well, I did one of those Tough Mudders where you jump in like this ice bucket thing, but never done a polar plunge. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Don, good luck. I know I see a lot of people do those. I know I'll go in the cold water, like for my legs.
Yeah.
Because it's good for you. But
Paula says she loves her plow guy. Really reliable. She doesn't worry about the weather. That's
awesome. That is a nice feeling.
So wait. Oh, Dawn is saying you have a couple cocktails and then it's not that bad. When
I guess you know what? You just say you're in, you're out. Boom.
Yeah. Howard says there's a huge one in Olcott. You could do a news thing there.
Yes.
I know. And Jeff says the cold outside the better. I think Jeff is ready to be done with the season.
Oh.
Jeff's like, bring on the cold.
Get the cold.
So another thing I want to hit really quick. So you mentioned.
Did we cover the Bills? We're done with that?
Yeah, we're done with the Bills.
Okay. I mean, we're all happy.
Game was at 1:00. Yes.
Yeah,
now we got the Colts coming up.
Okay.
This chair really leans back.
I know. I put my knees under here
Sit
because
up, Election day is tomorrow. 133,000-ish people in Erie County voted early. They had 9 days.
Great. Fewer people for me to deal with at the polls.
Niagara County had. Now we were waiting for their weekend numbers. So these are as of Thursday. Erie County, that doesn't include Sunday. And I got to tell you.
Oh, that doesn't include Sunday where
it doesn't.
You voted on Sunday.
I voted on Sunday. I bet a lot of people went Sunday too. And I bet they did what I did, which was let's get in before the Bills game.
You saw our story. Derek did that. And a lot of people were saying, just want to get in before the game starts. And that's great. And then I believe you said they're not open for early voting today, correct?
No early voting today. The polls open tomorrow at 6
So how I go. And then I realized I was by the polling station, and there were cars everywhere. So a lot of people have early voted. I don't know. It did not cross my mind to early vote. So I'm going tomorrow.
I did it yesterday. I thought it was great.
It'll be 75 degrees. So if I have to stand outside for a little bit, that's fine. But I don't know. I feel like everyone's gone early, and there's so many polling stations tomorrow.
Here's the thing. I do feel like people went early, but there were a lot of polling places open. And yesterday I probably had a 20-minute wait.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible, but I just thought with the numbers we were seeing of people early voting that there was a very good chance the lines on election day are going to be long. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
People come out for these 4-year elections, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Well, they should. You should come out for everyone.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm here, and then I'll go over there, and usually I'll try to get in there before the lunch hour when everyone else is going. And I'm hoping to be fine. Kristen
Kelly
said,
Kelly said she can't wait for election day. She voted Friday. Kristen.
Okay.
There you go.
She sent her parents before the game. LOL. I think that's funny. Yeah.
Howard voted this past Monday. Elizabeth's going tomorrow, bringing her daughter.
Yeah, I was thinking about waiting until my son got home and then bringing him too.
Yeah. Paula said she tried to vote yesterday thinking everyone would be home watching the Bills. It was packed.
During the game. Interesting.
Howard says the lines were long, but they went quickly in Lockport. Yes, I will say it did speed along. Good morning to you, Georgina. Hi. First Cup is getting me up to vote tomorrow. First thing tomorrow morning. That's the goal. So Jeanette's going to join us early at like 5:15 when we do our first. Live,
First Cup. Okay.
And then getting her going to go vote.
That's cool. Yeah, and they open at 6:00. And you know what? Tomorrow weather will be fine. West Seneca was crazy long from Patty.
Jeff Baker, if you don't vote, don't complain. Yeah, that's true. Kelly says no wait in Niagara County this weekend.
Nice.
Marguerite, no line in Batavia.
I've heard Batavia was smooth sailing. Yeah.
Mary went last Wednesday. Crystal's 18-year-old voted on Friday. Be going tomorrow.
See, and again, we're getting all these people who said they've already voted, and just a handful who said they're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I
you know what?
It's gonna be fine.
Really quick too. I got a text from Aaron Mason. So that's our boss. Aaron Phillips. I am gonna really quick look up this. There's a serious crash on the throughway here.
Oh.
90 westbound closed at 57A and beyond in Hanover.
Okay, so
let me pull that up really quick.
7A in Hanover. All right.
Let's see if I can find that one for you guys, and then we can pull it up. But it's just going to take a second here, so you better be entertaining.
Oh boy,
doing a terrible job.
Okay, so let's see things I know to talk about: Bills and weather.
The image isn't up here, so I can't.
You know what? If it's not available.
Yeah.
That might mean it's a really bad accident.
Yeah, so they pulled the image here, so I can't see.
So it's exit 57A.
Yeah.
What are the two around that? Two exits around that. So we can.
Eden Angola and then Dunkirk.
Okay, so Eden Angola. So it's after the Eden Angola exit.
Exit 58 is Silver Creek.
And 57.
57
is Eden Angola, correct?
Let me see if I should have the.
Go to the advisories up in that left thing there. Oh.
90 westbound closed at 57A. That's Eden Evans Center Road in Hanover because of a crash.
Wow, they closed the 90 westbound. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is unfortunately a very serious action.
Yep, they've got it. So, here, I can show you guys this. It's not as easy to show, but share screen, advisories. So here's what I can show you. Aaron, I'll just pull this up right here. So here's what I can show you. Here's the NITAC. Here's the advisories. And you see that little exclamation point at Silver Creek. That's where it's closed. So 90 westbound closed, exit 57, Eden Evans Center Road in Hanover because of a crash reported at 8:01. So just a little while ago.
Wow.
All right. So good to let you guys know that is.
Yeah. I hope everyone's okay. But when they take away when they close the throughway and they take away the image, that's never a good sign.
Yeah.
So that's.
So Aaron will keep it. Yeah. Elizabeth says, hopefully everybody's okay. That can be a really busy stretch some mornings. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, you're closing the throughway going westbound on the 90. So
Linda's saying if 57 is in Hamburg.
Yeah. And 57A is where they closed it.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Just let that know. Just know if that, excuse me, is part of your commute. It's going to you're going to have to go.
Yeah.
Here.
You'll definitely, though. They're detouring you right now. And if it's, if they closed it, it could be a while. Yeah. So they don't just close the throughway lightly. Yeah.
All right, everybody. appreciate you being here. We are going to get moving. You better get that into traffic.
Yeah, I got to go take care of that. I will let you know an update in a couple minutes there on Channel 7. Appreciate you tuning in this morning and letting us know how you're feeling about the Bills game and the time change and the winter outlook. So we got a lot to talk about.
Good times. Ed will be back tomorrow. And so you'll see him then.
Awesome.
All right. Later, guys.